Quite a bit. Tell. Oh. Hey Snickerdoodle, hello. Almost forgot to play my Christmas music. Okay. Wow. I'm good. How are you, Snickerdoodle? You probably forgot. Thought I wasn't coming on or something. I just actually tell you the truth, I couldn't get my thingy to work. So. Sarah, hello. Do this. I was finally was able to dig into the closet, and I had my Nina helping me, and I found most of my hats. I gotta find my Christmas hats. The box I had them in were not in there, so I don't know. I don't know where they're at, but at least I found my red, blue, silver, pirate hat, and a big monkey head, of course, and oh, my black hat. So I need to find the rest of them. But I don't know if anybody's going to come in tonight or not because it's so close to Christmas. So I don't know if people are. I don't know what they're doing. I really don't know. Oh man, I forgot to take my shots for. You guys need to remind me. Les, take your shots. I'm having a hard time drawing them up, so got this brilliant idea to do so many up at a time, so that way I just give myself my shots, which isn't exactly the easiest thing to do. But you know, I'll have a better chance, better doing that. So, oh, excuse me. Don't mean to yawn. Had a busy day. Got another busy one tomorrow. All my therapists are trying to get everything in by tomorrow. So, my therapist and nurse. So, what's going on with you guys? What news have you heard? What have you been up to? Could you ask one of the nurses that come to your house to help you with that? What, giving me my shot? That's understandable. It's supposed to get really cold in a few days. No, they just don't want to come the rest of the week. Christmas. You forget we live in a high. We're used to the cold. Well, they can't very well come here at midnight and give me my shot. Drawing your shots for you. I didn't think about it today. Yeah, my nurse would actually do it. Yeah. She would actually do it. I just didn't think of it till today. Do the nurses draw up for you, or do you vary your dose according to your blood sugar readings? The one shot, the Levemir, they can do, that's a one shot every day. I take that in the evening. And then, the, Novolog is a sliding scale. Would you be a candidate for an insulin pen? I've had those. They don't work on me. I mean, I have a hard time pushing down on the plunger on that, and so it's like almost impossible for me to give me my own shots. But I've had the pen before. So not to mention it's a sliding scale, and with being insulin resistant, I don't know how that would work, but it really is hard for me to, once I put it in, it's not like I can push down on my thumb. I have to push it down with my finger, and I don't have the finger strength at all. I can barely do it with a regular syringe. So, you know, my blue hat's starting to turn green, it seems like. Or that could be just me. But, yeah. There's not a lot going on, folks. Really, except for my granddaughter. She is wide awake. She's had no nap, nothing. She broke the TV. So, we're supposed to watch on Christmas Day, um, Wonder Woman, the new Wonder Woman, is supposed to come out Christmas Day. And so we can watch it here. And this is going to be fun. With no TV. So, what we're going to do. I'm here by myself. Wish I was. You want a 10-year-old? Um, Now I do have another TV, but whoever put it in the bedroom had laid it flat, and went in there like, you're not supposed to lay a flat screen flat. Stand up. I don't even know if it works now. But who knows? I forget where I got the thing. I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised Connie in here. So let's see what's been going on in the news. I haven't really looked a whole lot. But what's going on in the news? Oh, except for in England, you guys hear that they have detected another strain of the coronavirus that the shots aren't meant for. And I'm like, all right, so is this something that has mutated? Because it's supposed to be a slow moving molecule. And for them to detect, and it's in England though. I don't, but then again, in Denmark, they found another form of the COVID virus in minks. So, is this thing mutating? Were they wrong at first with it being a slow-moving molecule? I heard about that new strain too. Plus, 35 cases were diagnosed at a Chilean station in Antarctica. Well, now we know freezing the damn things ain't going to kill it. Yeah, they said it has mutated. It can be spread faster. See, there's something going on. They're either lying with the information to us, which is what I'm thinking, because it's a slow moving molecule, and it's not a fast one like the flu. Wasn't supposed to be. This is the first thing that came out. Well, apparently it is. It's getting worse and worse. Sugar! Hey Les, how's it going? It's going pretty good. How are you? Morticia, hello. How you doing, Tara? How you doing? So this COVID, if it's mutating this quick, we'll never, it seems like, never get ahead of it. You know, Sam, hello. I don't know. And I was talking with my nurse today. Morticia says, "Hi, babe. I'm good. Long time no see." I know, but I've been seeing your videos and stuff and what you've been up to. So you go, girl. Probably wouldn't take a very big mutation to make a new strain. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm okay. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. The common cold is caused by a coronavirus. There are about 200 species of that. Yeah, they'll never. That's why they'll never be able to cure the common cold. But I've never heard of anybody dying and having lasting health problems from a common cold. Liz, did you see the stuff that was in the bill? $600, and um, Pakistan gets 185 million um, for gen gender education. Oh, don't get me started on that subject. Oh, good, yay! I'm loving life. Sarah says true. Kennedy Center gets 40 million again, and yet they're still closed. Sarah says shugs. Oh, honey, honey, dun 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 dun. Merry Christmas to Mom and Daddy Shug. Hope they have a good one. I won't be here long. Mama wants to watch Paternity Court. Oh, God. We get $600. Well, I tell you what. That's because they need Pelosi out of there. How are you doing, Les? I'm a kicking. I'm a kicking. That's all anybody can do right now. I think that, like I said the other day, with the 600 and per person and 600 per child. Um, if you can't tell that the people you voted for don't care for you any less than that by now, then hey. Trump posted saying he wanted to give $2,000 stimulus, so who knows? He said that weeks ago too. So, seems as after we put 400,000 on average to the government in taxes in our lifetime. Tara says, I'm working at home, remote, and loving it. Awesome. Trump said he won't sign it. I hope he doesn't. Well, Trump could have fought harder because, like I said, he said weeks ago he wanted it $2,000, and he could have fought harder. He could have fought for it, but hey. The worst is Nancy Pelosi actually admitted to holding the check from August just so Trump loses votes. How sick is that? Oh, I know. I know. But yet California keeps voting her in. Blame California. And then they keep voting her leader of the House. Trump hasn't made a public appearance for quite a while. Yeah, he's talking about doing something and then leaving the White House, and then in another breath he's refusing to leave, and they're going to have to drag him out kicking and screaming basically, and blah blah blah. I think Trump has dropped the mic. I think Trump is having meetings with nut jobs, and he's planning a military coup. You know, hope Trump fixes it so we get 2,000. No, we'll see. But Biden did say that if this bill gets passed, that when he gets in office, he's going to fight for another one. So, Republicans turn their back on him. Not all of them. They play the same game where they want to work at the same job for 50 years. When Tara says, "How's the grandbabies?" Terrible. They're terrible. I got one in the living room right now. Terrible. Been driving me up the wall. No. I love calling them babies kids, but they're not. I can't get over the people who believe the election results were falsified. There's still, yeah, and what kills me is it was only falsified in those swing states. The problem is the Smartmatic software where Noriega had something influence was only in one county in the United States, and it was Los Angeles. Only one. That was it in the whole United States. So the owner of Smartmatic threatened Fox, Newsmax, OAN, all of them, Newsmax, all of them, threatened him with a defamation suit. And and then you have the Dominion voting machines, which weren't in any of the swing states. So they're getting a little pissy right now. So, if the COVID atom keeps splitting, how long can they give us money? Until the world is broke. Are you serious? Yeah. Sam said, yeah, it was perfectly normal to use voting machines from Venezuela. There was no voting machines from Venezuela. There was a software that when Smartmatic after the Venezuelan, when Hugo was voted in, he found out they used the Smartmatic software, and that there was someone in the United States that had to do with software and stuff was in cahoots with them. Smartmatic pulled all of their software out of the United States, all of it. And in this past election, they used Smartmatic was used in Los Angeles. That was the only place in the United States where Smartmatic software was used. And that was it. The world is broke. We're not completely broke. Dominion was used in Venezuelan. No, it wasn't. Smartmatic. Dominion was not used. It was the Smartmatic software. And Smartmatic and Dominion have nothing to do with each other. Nancy Pelosi's chief of staff owns stock in Dominion. So, heard it through the grapevine. I remember when I was a young boy, why couldn't they let us see the dumb drives? Why would you want to? Why would you disassemble them just so you can see the drives? There's nowhere in the Constitution said that's even plausible. In 65, we was happy with potatoes. Yeah. Sugar says, good night, Les, and everyone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I guess you guys like $600 better than 2,000. Sam, don't be starting crap. You know that's not true. Merry Christmas, Sugar, says Tara. Merry Christmas, dun 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 dun. Oh, to Mom and Daddy Sugar, dun 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 dun. Oh, you guys know I'm going to be on Christmas Eve. I'll do my midnight reading of Was the Night Before Christmas. And I'll be honest with you, I don't give a crap right now what country is broke, what country's not. I can care less. Right now, I'm worried about the coronavirus. Heard Through the Grapevine says, by the way, hello. Now my grandkids aren't happy unless it's McDonald's. When is Christmas? Let's see. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd, Friday. Don't matter, I won't get it anyway. Why won't you get it? Sarah says the 25th. Oh, that's funny. Why won't you get it, Snicker? I heard it through grapevine says, but I'm worried about the virus, so I don't want McDonald's. I want potatoes. Yeah. Tara says I'm avoiding the news each day. I hear our COVID updates and turn it off. Girl, you need to pay attention to them. Why don't you qualify? What makes you think you don't qualify, Snicker? CNN is fear porn. Nothing but horrible stuff. Really? Have you listened to Fox and MSNBC? They're all fear porn. All of them. Even the cable news. I mean, the internet news and stuff. It's all fear stuff. That's why I don't pay attention to a lot of it. But there's certain things that do catch my ear and my eyes. So, Snicker, if an illegal alien can get that check, so can you, just as long as you ain't claimed on someone else's taxes. Kara says, oh, I do pay attention. I'm not allowed to leave the house. Sarah said, if it bleeds, it leads. Erica says, well, I don't get it last time. Well, I didn't get it last time. Then you should have called them and told them. That's what my sister had to do. She ended up getting her stimulus check, I think, in September. I still didn't get a Christmas card. Daggone it. Heard it through grapevine says, for Christmas I'm going to put potatoes and pork. I'll box it and put a toy in it for the little ones, I guess. I don't want McDonald's on Christmas. I don't know about you, but our McDonald's here is closed. I don't want no stuff. You had to go on the IRS page and put your social security number in. Snicker to go to the website. You got $1,200 waiting for you. That was only for a certain period of time, Sam. I was claimed by my girlfriend. That's why you were claimed by your girlfriend. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. Yeah, if you claimed you get nothing. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. But really, honestly, who knows what's going on with the COVID bill? I mean, no one really knows the extent and all of it because it's 5,000 pages. So, heard it through grapevine. I'm just gonna start calling you grapevine. I wish they would close this McDonald's down. I'm so sick of it, and my grandkids crying for it. My grandkids cry one time for McDonald's. They'll ask. Except for Zaya. They'll say, Gamma Lily, for my snack tomorrow, I want McDonald's. Okay. Tomorrow comes. Here's your turkey sandwich. The entire East Harlem has been eating McDonald's and pizza and chopped cheese sandwiches for the last 7 months. My entire community is probably pre-diabetic, says Sam. Oh my god. I couldn't even tell you what ours is doing. I couldn't tell you what any of our restaurants are doing. I don't know. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. The snicker. Oh, anyway, I was talking with my nurse today, and the RN. I don't have aides that come in or nothing, just the RN. And we were talking about the shots. She thinks like I do. And anyway, here apparently, there's two of them, two different shots, and she told me to take it. She didn't say Moderna; it was something else, and she said take that one. Do not take the Pfizer one. She says I'm not taking the Pfizer one either, and I said okay. I said what's the difference? She said something about the Pfizer, but the other one she said it it may not cure if you have COVID. It may not cure it or whatever, but she says what it does, it will protect others. It stops you from spreading it if you have it. And I said okay. So my grandkids lost both parents within the last 2 years, so I want them happy. Aww. I had a McRib a couple weeks ago. I swear they must have mixed Astroglide into the barbecue sauce. Oh my god. Guys, take zinc. That's your best defense. They debunked that already. It was good, but very slippery and messy. Sarah said Pfizer. Um, yeah, there's two of them here. One of them's the Pfizer one, and I forget the name of the other one. But she didn't call it Moderna. She didn't call it Moderna. It was something else. And I was going to ask her, and we got distracted. I'm on Plaquenil. Never even heard of it. Okay. So she didn't call the other one Moderna either. It was something else. I tried the McRib. It was nasty, says Snicker. Sam says, you never hear these news stations telling you to take vitamins and zinc, only fear. Yeah, they already debunked the zinc thing, and I take it anyway, ain't done shit. There's three from 2 to 11 years old. Cute, smart, and bossy. I try to just keep them happy. Sarah says, wow, really? Sarah said, Plaquenil was shown not to be effective against COVID. Gamer, hello. Oh my god, I love Astroglide, Sarah. Hey, Les. Doctors are recommending, says Sarah, that people get a nutritious diet. Most people don't need supplemental vitamins or zinc. Not if they get eat a balanced diet. Moderna, Plaquenil is the brand name for hydroxychloroquine. Oh, see, Sarah's the pharmacist. She knows what names are for what and blah blah. I'm on Xanax, thank God. Sarah says now some people are advocating the use of what is that? Ivermectin, which is used for parasites. Ooh. Sarah says, I take calcium plus D because I'm on a medication that can cause osteoporosis. Mm. My grandma took calcium every day too. Grapevine says that Sam Rockwell, I love Xanax. Couldn't do it without it. Sam says 2 milligrams. I'm on Lexapro and Boostprone, so I'm covered. As far as the mental state, but whether I'm sane or not's another story. It's prescribed only for people, but some farm supply stores sell it without one for livestock use. Sam says 96 a month or I would be in jail. Sarah says that's an awfully big dose of Xanax. Grapevine says Xanax and 40. Sarah said Lexapro and what else, Les? Boost Prime. Boost Bar. So, and I'm on low doses. So be careful of the alcohol. You could die in your sleep. Don't mix those. Exactly. I do not recommend mixing alcohol with any um, prescribed or any over the counter too. Any medications. Um, so that's not a good mix. I mean, if I was going to drink, I'd stop taking mine. Dale, wondering where you've been. Hello. That's what I thought you said. I also take Boostprone due to some menopause-related anxiety issues, and I can tell when I don't take it. Love the hat. Thank you. I found my hats thanks to Nina's help. Um, yeah, I can tell if I don't take mine after a few days, or I should say, other people can tell. I still think I'm a bitch with or without it, so. Grapevine says, no, not 40 meaning alcohol. I mean 40 a month, 0.5 milligrams. Oh, okay. Sam says, yeah, Liz, why do you have the hat on? Because I used to wear hats all the time and I couldn't find them for the longest time. So I went digging through a closet and found most of my hats. I'm just looking for my Christmas hats. And I was like, Nina, need your help. So she helped me. Anna Grissom, hello. Hi everyone, just got home from hell. Worked 2 trucks sad. Aw. So celebrating this great day, I guess. Well, I used to wear hats all the time, so I have like 3, 4 different kinds. Most of them are sparkly. Sam says Xanax, fast forwards. This COVID season go by faster. Hey Snick, hey Anna. No lie, Sam says Dale. Snicker said, did anyone see the Christmas star? No, it's been too overcast. I can't. I want to see it so bad. Oh, this is why. Oh, I should have gotten my silver hat. Damn it. Because this is what I wanted to talk about tonight, and I couldn't remember until just now. Thank you, Snicker, for reminding me. I got something to tell you about this. Grapevine says, I have a collection of hats. I just have a bigger head, so they don't fit right. Hi, Connie, says Anna. Sam says, is it Christmas star, the same one when Jesus was born? We gotta have a talk. This is the subject I was wanting to talk about. Little northern chick, where the hell have you been? Hello. Les, my queen. Northern chick. One of my maids. Dale says, I didn't get to. It was so cold outside. That's okay. It'll be here. It'll be out there till, I think Friday's going to be the best day to see it, you guys. Think? No. And it's in the southern sky. And it's going to be low on the horizon. Some people in my area did, but I couldn't. Snickers says, you're welcome. Hi, Snickers. But yeah, this was one of mine. I should have gotten my silver one out to protect myself from the alien waves, you know, the aluminum foil hat. Trying to stay alive, Queen, and keep my mama going. You can do it if anybody can. You can do it. Yeah, from the government seeping into my head rays. Oh, I even found my original aluminum hat, so it's in the closet too. So Grapevine says my 11-year-old grandson has been into James Charles lately, so I've been trying to be more up to date and get better with makeup to impress him, but I'm stuck in the 70s. Yeah, Dale said, me too, heard it. Snicker said, I seen it last night. I tried to get pics, but it's hard using camera on your phone. Yeah, it's been too overcast. I haven't been able to, and it's been rainy and everything. It's just, but I think, wouldn't it be great if I was able to see it Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? But it's going to be on the southern horizon if you're here in Ohio, or if you know anybody. Almost a year ago, I had a pulmonary embolism. Wound up in the ICU for a bit. Holy shit. And now mom has pancreatic cancer, so I make sure she goes to chemo and taking care of doctor's visits. Oh shit. God, I hope you're. Well, you're here, so you're better, but wow. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I'm so sorry, Northern Chick. The snicker. Dale said, bless you, Lil. That is a lot of work. Sam says, I'm stuck in the 90s. This generation sucks. Their music sucks. Movies suck. Tell us how you really feel. Pancreatic cancer is a biatch. Yes, it is. My mom had that too, Northern Chick. Mm, that's terrible. I'm sorry. I don't know if I suppose to support my grandson with his new phase or not with makeup and um girly things and advice. I've just been going along with it. White Picket Fence, hello. Yeah, it's been a journey for sure. Thank you, Snicker. Thank you, Dale. They gave her 6 to 8 months. She is at Smith's now and going strong. Awesome. Grapevine says, any advice? He's 11. Good, be there for him. Um, Grapevine, yeah. Praying Northern Chick, yeah, it's a nasty cancer. Sorry to hear that, Snicker. Sorry to hear that, says Sam. Good deal, Lil. Hope she beats it. Woot woot. Northern Chick says, thank you, Shady. All prayers. Always welcome. Dale says, prayers going up. Little Miss, hello. 2020, 12/22 is my birthday. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. No, 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 no. It's been 9 years since my mom had passed, a Snicker. A horrible disease. My worst fear is hearing me or my mother or daughter got a certain time to live. Um, is she on hospice, Northern? Says Snicker. Um, 43. God, to be 43 again. Oh my god. White Big Fence, the big time. Male makeup influencers started playing with makeup around 11 or 12. This White Picket Fence. Um, Grapevine, the only advice I can give, and it's different for everyone, um, but just be supportive. Um, just let him know he's loved no matter what, and be supportive. That's probably the best thing. A lot of things he's got to figure out on his own, but just be supportive. Um, Grapevine said yes, he's 11. I didn't know if it had anything to do with the loss of his parents or it's just natural, or so I just treat him like it's normal, but some people tell me I'm wrong for that. Dale says, yes, Sam, that is the worst. I would imagine I would not mind so much for myself, but my loved ones, not so much. Little Northern Check says, no, Snicker, she still lives on her own. The only side effect she has had from the chemo is the loss of her hair, but she's determined she ain't going till God decides to take her. Little Northern Check, she's a stubborn old gal. And Sam says, maybe we should change the subject, Snicker. Um, probably comes here to escape that. Dale says, well, that is what cancer hates, stubborn people. um, Grapevine, those that say things like that to you, that you're wrong, have probably not been in your position or in the position of that child. Um, my life would have been easier if there was support for me and that I didn't have to live every day worrying that I would lose my family at the drop of a hat. Um, be supportive. Be supportive. Um, and it may be just a phase, you know? It may be just a phase, and it may not. But just be supportive. And let the child know that he is loved. If you are loving and having your grandsons back, then you are never wrong. Okay, I don't mind. What check, little miss. Happy birthday, hun, hugs. If she needs to talk about, let's chat. There said adolescent hormones can do some crazy things to kids. If he wants to do that, let him. Dale says, I did not want to believe my daughter when she came out to me, and it was not because of embarrassment. It was because I worried for her. I worried for how her life would be. Anna says there are plenty of male makeup artists, and they make the money. It is a great career. I'm more worried about the child's psychological well-being. And nowadays, there's so many people to look up to, whereas when I was young, there was no one. No one. And my earliest memories, we're talking 5, 6 years old, I knew I liked girls. We just didn't talk about it. I hope my daughter turns God, lesbian. I don't want my daughter with today's male depend on a man. Sticker says true, Les. I don't think any woman should depend on a man. I don't think any man should depend on a woman. I think a woman and a man both need to be independent of themselves. You know, no one should have to depend. Um, that's silly. These males are worthless today. Not all of them. Northern says my mom is 80 and told me last month she thinks she might like to get a tattoo. I told her let's do it. We can get matching ones. Hell yeah. Dale says take her Lil. That'll be a fun bonding experience. Hell yeah. You know what tat you want. Always wanted a pair of lips on my button. Says kiss this. Or kiss mine. uh so and trust me, Sam, there's just as many worthless women as there are men. I think I dated every one of them. She wants a little rosebud. Not my style, but hey, I will go for it if she wants to. I have one on my left hip, faded as hell, a heart with a rose through it. And it says, I want Snoopy tattoo, big surprise. I should have gotten my tattoo before I became a diabetic. Damn it. So thank you, Snicker. I appreciate that very much. you will be in mine as well. Okay. Let's talk about this, what some people are claiming is the Star of Bethlehem. Um, I'm more of a sugar skull kind of gal, but whatever she wants. You're welcome, hon. Thank you, hon. Thank you. Sam says, I seen a dude last week. He looked 45-ish. He had a male tramp stamp. Oh my god. Anna says diabetics can't have tattoo. Why? Because most tattoo artists, if they're worth their grain of salt, they'll make you sign a paper saying that you aren't a diabetic, because diabetics are prone to, first of all, A, not heal properly, B, bad infections, which anybody can get infection, but if a diabetic gets an infection, it doesn't heal and it can get really bad real quick. So, Grapevine says, I have one on my left hip. It is hell with a all yard with that. Faded as hell, a heart with a rose through it and my husband's name. Dale says, I got it in Galveston, Texas, 1994, maybe. When the outlining got too painful, we all stopped, stepped out and smoked, came back and got one, and got her done. I'm diabetic. I have 2 tattoos, says Snicker. I meant, good to know. Then Chase says, I'm diabetic now and forever on blood thinners, so this should be interesting. They won't do you if you're on blood thinners, for sure. Try and get as less color as possible by pick fence. If you look at it from the right location, it does look like they say it does, but it happens every 20 years, not 400 like some say. It was fine, healed, no infections. Not everyone's the same either. Okay. Take a Motrin 600 milligram and you won't feel the tattoo as much. Hell, I like pain shit, so that one wouldn't bother me, except for my ankles. I don't think I can handle it all. Well, anyway, so this anomaly that they're calling the Star of Bethlehem, it doesn't happen every 20 years. What is happening is supposedly the last time it happened was in 1250 AD. And it's supposed to happen, I think, like every 2,000 years or something like that. Well, legitimate artists won't do it if you're drunk either, because of regrets and because they bleed more. So so the event that is happening, like I said, is what they call the Star of Bethlehem. Now, people have questioned, and I have questioned, is this the Star of Bethlehem? And that would be crazy if that was the same star. Well, this is where things get interesting, because it's not every 20 or 400 years. What is happening this year, it was not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen for another 1,000 years or something like that. So it's really crazy that this is happening. Is it the end of times? No. No. But what's interesting is that's why I've got to see it. Because we all know about the time that Jesus was born. He was not born on 00. Okay, he was actually born no later than 4 BC, possibly 6 BC. Um, so Jesus was older when he was crucified, because we know the exact year he was crucified. So he was older. Um, he was more like 37 or 39. Um, all the dogs I walk are nasty and growling at people. It's in the air. No, he wasn't. He was probably born in the spring. Well, they have him born around September, around more the fall, because it was during one of the forget which one of their holidays, and but he was not born on 00. He was born 4 to 6 years before then, because we know for a fact that King Herod, not the one that you hear about when he's in his 30s when he's being crucified, his father um died in 4 BC, and Jesus was already born before then. So um the September 21st, I think it is, not necessarily, um because their holidays, you got to understand, the Jewish people do not go on a solar calendar. Their dates are by lunar calendars. So their days, that's why in the Jewish tradition, their days always start, like, say ours start at 12 midnight on a Saturday. Okay? We'll start our next day. The Jewish people, sundown on Saturday starts their next day. And it's really weird. They end up with less days a year than we do. Okay? What are we supposed to be able to see this star? Or has it already happened? I forgot all about it. It'll be here till like Saturday, I think. Um, so you'll be able to see it. It's in the southern. If you're in Ohio, it's in the southern atmosphere. I mean, southern. You look south, and it's just above the horizon. Now I'm stupid. Their birthday is September 22nd. The Earth and Wind and Fire song says, "Do you remember the 21st night of September?" Yep. Trying to keep these babies in for a little longer. Um, does anyone know when we will be able to see the star, or did we miss it already? No, it's here all week. It'll be here till I think Saturday. And it's either tonight or tomorrow night is the best night you can see it. But it's, if like I said, if you're in Ohio, you look south. It's southwesterly for me, and it's right above the horizon. Now, at the time, you can see it still. Look just right after sunset, southwest sky. Yeah, but you don't know where they're at. They could be in the west, and all they have to do is look south. So, I'm in Maine, point in the right direction. My queen, my sense of direction sucks. Look south and towards Ohio. That's your southwest corner, and look right above the horizon. It peaked Monday night, but Jupiter and Saturn are still much closer together than usual. Exactly. But I think it's here until Saturday. Well, anyway, at the time of Jesus' birth, um, this there was no, by all accounts, whether you're secular or religious, all records show there was an anomaly in the sky. Doesn't matter. Um, Now, whether this, some say that the star moved. Some, of course, they didn't. It just lingered there. Um, but of course, no offense, but the star is going to move slightly every day because the Earth turns, you know? So who knows? Every day there will be further apart and not be as bright. Thank goodness GPS is getting better. Um, it used to be atrociously wrong. Tell me about it. I think I heard it peaked on Monday night. I remember exactly. No problem, Grapevine. So anyway, that's why I really want to see it. And our weather has been crappy since Sunday, so well anyway. So at the time when the star of Bethlehem showed up, and they said the star moved, it's going to. If you look at the stars every night, and if you track it for a month, they move every day because we move every day. You know, we don't stop. If we stopped, there'd be no gravity and we wouldn't be here. But like I said, whether you're secular or religious, it doesn't matter. It was written that there was an anomaly in the sky. Now, apparently, this anomaly with Jupiter and Saturn only happens, like I said, the last time that it was written that this happened was in 1250 AD. And it wasn't supposed to happen for a couple thousand more years, supposedly. But it happened this year, you guys. Why is that? Can anybody explain this? Why did it happen this year? Why? At the end of the year, why did it happen this year? If this is if this is what they consider to be the Star of Bethlehem, first of all, even without that knowledge, do you realize how significant this event is? Just to have Jupiter and Saturn that close and able to see it is just flat out freaking awesome. Since 2020 sucks so bad. If this is the Star of Bethlehem, first of all, I have got to see exactly what it looks like. Sticker said, Deep Sky dude was broadcasting it live last night. He and his phone hooked up to his telescope. You could see both planets plus the 4 moons. Pretty cool. Check his page on Facebook. You can rewatch. Bring us hope and joy. I used to be direction challenged. When and where can you see this? At night, just over the horizon, and it'd be in your southwest. Since you're in New York, it might be a little more west, south, of course, but you know, Art Bell would have loved this. The reason why I'm saying this, and the reason why I say I have to see it, Snickers, since you say you saw it, did it look like a cross in the sky? Literally. Did he die, Sam? I noticed the wood. Yeah, Art Bell died a few years ago. Visible through Facebook. This is a social media thing. No, this is a life thing. In New York City, we have too much light pollution. You can't see one star. Oh, yeah. That's true. Sticker said yes. So it looked like a cross. I know I keep asking redundantly, but I have got to make sure. No, not to me it didn't, but I have seen pics where the star did look like it had a cross. You'd need at least binoculars to see any kind of cross shape, and if you did, it would be sideways. The images I saw looked with the naked eye like a double star. Couldn't see it in Bam, Alabama either. Grapevine said, "You're getting me confused trying to listen and keep up with chat. So this is real life." Yes. Not a movie or social media thing. No. Is it going to be... Sam said, is it going to be red or blink? Sarah said the Jupiter side was round and the Saturn side was smaller and egg-shaped. With binoculars or telescope, you can see the 4 biggest moons of Jupiter. Okay. I sent you a pic, Les, on Facebook Messenger. Okay, Snicker, that's what showed up. I wasn't able to read it. Okay. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I was scared there for about 2 minutes. Because I thought we was talking about new media. I feel stupid. Sorry. No, don't be. I felt stupid before about 2 minutes because, and I wanted to bring this up later in the year, in the new year, but one of the signs of things to come is a purely visible that could be seen by everyone, a star in the sky. And that star has to do with how do I want to put it? You can see the rings of Jupiter on these images. That must have been a powerful telescope. I love looking through a telescope and seeing the rings of Saturn. I can imagine with it being so close. We've got it off the interwebs. Okay, the reason why I had to make sure that it wasn't an actual star shape, or cross shape, I should say. Cross shape. Is because that is... Damn, her iPod is... because this, as the prophecy says, that there will be a cross in the sky that can be seen by all. Maybe it was Saturn and not Jupiter. Sorry, got my plans wrong. They both have rings. You have the stories in the 90s called Star Magic. No. And the reason being is, with this star, I mean this cross, that could be in the sky, that can be seen by all, is to lead to what the prophecy says, I think it's 3 days, the 3 days of darkness. Crosses are beautiful. I used to have a quote. And the 3 days of darkness means exactly what it says. That there will be a time when the times are near. That during these 3 days of darkness, it's really prevalent. Well, I shouldn't say really prevalent, but you can hear about it in some religions, where it will not be safe to go outside, and that you will need to cover up your windows, your doors, vents, anything that could lead to sight going outside for 3 days. Because whatever is going on outside, is something that you don't want to look at. It could damage your health. It's just a prophecy. You take it as prophecies are. But you do not look outside. If somebody comes after a certain time, because once you see this cross in the sky, you've got a certain amount of time. After the certain amount of time, if somebody comes banging at your door after everything is sealed up, you do not let them in. That would be rough if you had to go out and take care of animals. Yeah, you don't do that. You figure out a way that puppy pads, pee pads, I remember this from Catholic school. Well, it's more than just in Catholic. Was it Lot's wife who turned to salt? Probably have my current. Yeah, it was Lot's wife. But it's a precursor of things to come. It's a sign of things to come. And although right now I do not believe at all we are in the end times, but it's just interesting to me that this Saturn and Jupiter this year was not supposed to happen for X amount of years yet to come. And this year, and at least that we know of, for the next 4 to 6 months, have been hell on the earth. And if this virus keeps mutating, it's going to get worse. Don't they come for your male baby? Why you no, that has nothing to do with it. No. Could it be radiation? What religion is this? I don't recall it being in the Bible. It's not in the Bible, so to speak. It's not in the Bible. It's a prophecy that has been handed down. Where it originated from, I really don't know. But there was wait. There was a priest. Wait a second. I think his name is. I think his name was Father Malachi. I think he talked about it. He was one of the ones that talked about it. Like Native American, that kind of thing. I've never heard of that before, Les. I just noticed your hat matches your shirt. Looks good. Thank you. I think Father Malachi. Look up 3 Days of Darkness. Hold on a second. Let me look that up real quick. Hold on. Alright. Let me see if that's 3. I don't type. Now you can find things on 3 Days of Darkness, but I want Father. I think it was Father Malachi. I'm looking for it because there's something I was going to tell you about. Something about. Whoops. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know Padre Pio did one on that. Padre Pio did one on the 3 Days of Darkness. Yeah. Father Malachi Martin on Third Secret. But he also did one on Father Malachi Martin. He also did one on the 3 Days of Darkness. Father Malachi was on Art Bell. Look under Art Bell. Art Bell does a 7-part interview with him. Now, Father Malachi, he mysteriously died, and mysteriously everything he ever wrote, all his notes, were cleared from his apartment within an hour. He knew so much crap on the Vatican, on what the Vatican was doing, what the Pope, the Cardinals were up to. He was there. He spilled the beans on a lot of crap, and they silenced him. And well, anyway, listen to him. He's very, very interesting, and I believe he's wrote a couple books. I can't remember. Make my cup refill. I'm going to go mysteriously make my cup refill. Well, anyway, he talks about it. And it's but it's just that with, I just can't get over the significance of this event happening now. So apparently that makes me think that these scientists who say, oh, this happens only so many years, that happens only so many years, this happens only so many years, it makes me think maybe they're wrong. You know, if this event was not supposed to happen and it's happening, it just seems really weird this year of all years. Then maybe their timelines on things, maybe it's not exactly right. Maybe they're wrong about several things. because you can't stop the stars, the planets, the moons. You can't change that. That is what it is. Or maybe, well, no, you can't change it. It is what it is. Maybe what they're writing down is one, they're equating that with another event. Um, he said there was 2 murders in the Vatican when he was there. Um, yeah. Did he tell you what was going on underneath the Vatican? They lied to us like drug addicted sister. It just makes me wonder. Um, because um, you can't change the universe. You can only change what your idea of what time is. And is the universe that clock? Does it work like clockwork like that? Although Halley's Comet seems to, but that's a different story. Um, does it work like clockwork? They say the universe does. And that's a constant. I think things can happen in the universe. Um, the Vatican is its own country. Yep. Police can intervene. The police can't intervene. They have their own police. Yeah, it's called the Vatican Police. Um, so it makes me think. Could this be Star of Bethlehem? Which, if you listen to ancient astronauts theorists, they say the Star of Bethlehem was a UFO because it moved. I'm like, well, if you sit there at night and you look at the stars all night, which I have, you will watch it move while you're sitting there looking at the stars for 10 hours over the night. You can just all the stars they move. Sorry. That's why the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. It moves constantly. It's this microphone, I'm sorry. I understand, Sam. I just have to figure out where all the spaces are supposed to go in between the letters. Um, it's okay, Sam. The Vatican built a wall and um, it was smart. Trump wants a wall and he's like, what? I don't recall the Vatican having a wall around it. I don't ever remember seeing anything. Nobody I've talked to that's been to the Vatican has said there was a wall. I know 2 people has been there. I thought he had like a 30-foot wall. Who? And please use spaces between words if the message runs long into. He does that speak to type thing. And sometimes it does run. Xanax don't help either. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta do my pills tonight too. Um, So could well, I kind of have my own answer to this question, but I'm posing it to you guys. Do you think scientists could be wrong? Do you think? I personally, my personal feelings is, hell yeah, hell yeah. There is nothing exact in our world, um, or in the universe, because like I said, things happen. Um, you know, of course, they could be. Anna says, vacation. I went to vacation to Italy in high school, been to Vatican. A 39-foot tall wall was constructed around um, Leonin's, Leonin City, an area which included the current Vatican territory. The Vatican doesn't have a wall around it, though. I think a lot of them just make shit up to sound important. Science always changes. Anything's possible. Science does always change because there's one thing that I will never forget. Well, two things I will never forget. One being is one of the things I will never ever forget, and any mathematician, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, there's only one universal language and only one thing and this is one of the things that is exact and never changes is math. The whole entire universe is made of geometry. All of it. Um, how could a scientist know how Earth was created, Big Bang or otherwise? I can answer that. I'll be honest with you. I can answer that. And the second thing, I'll never forget Albert Einstein saying himself. Even with everything he's proved with the theory of relativity and time and stuff like that, and this one scientist has said he has proven it, but Einstein said there was something left out, and he said he could not put his finger on it. And as much as that man has meditated and meditated, he said there's an element missing that I cannot, and this is according to his theory of relativity, I cannot figure it out. And there was another scientist, a Japanese scientist, said, yeah, he's figured it out, and it's something, I forget what he said it was. But there's one thing that all of them have forgotten. The one element that makes things not exact. And that is God himself. So, those two things, with math being the one and only true universal language and exact, it never changes. Math never changes. Our numbers we put in can change, but math, no, it never, ever, ever changes. And Einstein couldn't put his finger on it, on what that one thing is. Now, the reason, what I was going to say next kind of ties into what Sam said. How could a scientist know how Earth was created, Big Bang or otherwise? There is a rabbi, and I think I've said this before, I'm not sure, and I forget his name. And I'm really going to have to look and really research because I forget where I even read it. Who said that if science and religion does not agree, then one must be lying. And that is an extremely profound statement because it entails several things. First thing is, is that religion is so afraid of science and science is so afraid of religion, when actually, if they would just listen, they actually agree. But they don't. But they basically tell the same story in life. Um, and with Sam says, how do they know if it was the Big Bang or otherwise? Well, the thing of it is, from a scientific point of view, that's what the Hadron Collider is for. And to show that moment where the universe was created, the Big Bang Theory. The thing of it is, if you read the Bible, and I've said this to you guys before, there's 3 books that is referenced in the Bible that I will read and lead credence to, and that is the Testament or Wisdom of Solomon. It's been called the Testament of Solomon. It's been called the Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, I did that pretty good. I've been doing my finger exercise. The second is the Book of Jasher, or it's also called the Good Book, or the Book of Truth, I should say. Jasher, or the Book of Truth, and the Book of Enoch. And if you read the Book of Enoch, it tells you that God was going along and everything was black. And he had his angels singing to him and stuff. And then he decided he was going to create the universe. And he went to one of his angels, because it is believed that even the planets and all the stars, stars are suns and planets around them. He went to one of his planets, or his star, so to speak, and he said, "Burst forth your light." And that the angel burst forth his light. Big Bang Theory. Burst forth your light, command by God. They agree. It's just different ways of telling the story. God created the earth in 6 days, and the 7th day he rested. Well, that's impossible. No, because Einstein had already proved that the universe was forever expanding. And I wish I had rubber bands to show y'all what I'm talking about. So, and nobody said how long a day was, because time is literally a human concept. How do we know this? Because you can send an astronaut into space, synchronize your time with NASA, send you up into space, do 1 revolution around the Earth, come back down, you've lost time. Because there is no such thing as time in space. It is a human thing. It is a human thing that was taught to us. And that was after the Earth was created. The only concept of time they had back then was the fact that there was light, there was day, and that was pretty much it. You toiled during the day and you slept when it was dark. It's probably just, what are you talking about? Did anyone else see that in the dark spot? It's probably just smoke, but just watch it for a minute. It's probably just smoke. It scared me for a second. Probably those astronauts alive until like 90. Liz's house is haunted. Yeah, my house has been haunted forever now. No, my house has got a little old lady walking around it. Astronauts seem to live longer. You think? I don't know. But I do know this. They do tell the same story, just two ways about it. And one is scared to death of the other. But once you start learning little things like that, it's like, hey, but most people don't want to open their minds up, you know? Um, of course, it could be my granddaughter. She's in the living room dancing around. So, you know, if you open up your mind, and which scientists don't, clergy doesn't, um, they tell the same story. It is possible. It is possible. Because we don't know all. We don't know every second of everything. We don't know every detail of everything. We really don't. So, who knows? I think that's scary when Les starts talking about our ghosts or other things start happening. It's wild. Remember, I don't know if you were here, Northern Chick. I was sitting at that end of the table, and the computer was facing towards the back of the kitchen, and then the door would just open. I'd have to go, shut it, come back, it'd open again, go, shut it. Nina, what is your problem? Bro, if you don't lay down and start going to sleep, it is way too late. It is almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Didn't realize. Yes. Hmm. So, you know, this event that's happening, I've got to see it though, no matter what. I've just got to see it because I got to be one of the ones to say, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. I've got to be one of the ones. Um, I remember the things that would happen when your sister was there too. Had ghosts coming out of the woodwork. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's my cigarette smoke. This is a Ghostbuster. Les got out of that job. Les don't want nothing to do with it. I'd rather use it for other things. um, did I forget what I was going about that subject? Must not have been meant for me to talk about tonight because it's all scrambled in my head. I can't keep anything straight. But I want to see it. I really do. I want to see this event. I don't even know what to call it. What are they calling it? I just called it an event. Ghosts are usually cool, but still have to be careful. I ignore them. Liz needs to come speak to my dog and tell her to go to the light already. No. Uh, I try to ignore all that. I ignore the ghost, but someone else has been coming who's all into it, and Thinks she knows it all. Been speaking with my tribal ancestors, and I'm oh good God. I really don't want to hear this. I'm sure YouTube will have it up. Snickerdoodle says it's interesting. Well, don't rewatch this live and fast forward to this time frame. I never do. Like I said, it was probably nothing though. I never rewatch them. Oddly enough, once I get done, give me a half hour, I'll forget about it. So, um, that dog died a year ago, Les, and we still hear her, bark in the middle of the night. Hear her flop down on the floor, and a few weeks ago, her leash started swinging by itself. Well, she doesn't want to leave you guys. She's there to protect. So when will this event happen? It's been happening. It's here all week. I tell you what, the sky's better clear. That is all there is to it. And if I can get it on video, I will. Snickerdoodle said it's called the Great Conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. Conjunction function. Conjunction junction. What's your function? Great. And just think how far apart they are. I mean, really, they are so. She's gonna give me a stroke one of these nights. Scares the crap out of me when it comes out of nowhere at about 3 a.m. Yeah, well, doesn't she wants you guys to know she's there? She didn't mean to scare you. She's just there. One of these days you'll be thankful. So. You like smoke? You like cigarettes. Oh, man. I need a snack. Jupiter and Saturn are something like 30 million miles apart, but from our vantage point, they look like they're in the same place. Yeah, and it's so weird, because when we'd be out with our astronomy club, um, and you look through the telescopes, and I always liked Saturn anyway, but the first time I actually saw it through a telescope, I'm like, it looks like one of those glow-in-the-dark stickers you put on your ceiling in a total thing of pure pitch blackness. And I'm like, this is neat. But I could buy the sticker. But that's how it all looks. Like the moon, that's how it looks. It looks like the moon just in a pitch black picture frame. You always got YouTube to see it. Yeah, but I want to see it personally. It's just been too hazy. So, and if I go outside, I at least got somebody to pull me in, so I like the glow in the dark stickers for your ceiling. Well, you pull Saturn out of that pack and that's exactly what it looks like through a telescope. Dead serious. And just depending on how powerful your telescope is. And we've had some powerful ones. We've had some where the lenses, good God, were good 16, 18 inches across. And to look through it was, good God, I forget how much space it took up. But I can tell you this, from where we were, which is 25 minutes east of me, and we had the thing pointed towards Columbus, you can see inside the cockpit. I bought my grandson a projectile of outer space images for Christmas. He wants to work for NASA. Well, I hope he gets to one day. I really do. Oh my God. Mm. I am. You know, as interested as I've always been in stars, I've never wanted to work for NASA. Oh yeah, this is along the lines of space, but not NASA or anything, or what we've been talking about. Yeah, me too. Takes the top of the top, so I will tell him no slacking. But he's only 7. Did you guys hear? And I don't know if this is recent or not. It was just sent to me. Um, so I don't know if it's a recent event. Maybe you guys know. Um, where you guys have you guys remember hearing about Trump's Space Force when he first started his first year? And I had totally forgotten about it because I've not really heard anything about it. And um like I said, this video was sent to me. But Mike Pence oversaw and gave out um the people named the people who were in charge of Space Force. And so, yeah, the Guardians. He named them of and was giving ranks, and I'm like, is this a real thing? I mean, I see Pence there talking. I see these people all proud of this shit. And I'm like, is this a for real thing? You mean Space Force was really real? Yes, it's called Guardians. Okay, so was this recent? Um, or was this 4 years ago when Trump thought of it? Um, like I said, I never heard anything about it. I've not heard anything about Space Force since the day Trump talked about it. Um, but this video was sent to me, and I'm like, is this real? Is this going on now? Um, really? With the election and everything, this stuff. So, do you guys know? Um, you know, the ceremony. Yes, Pence was so overly excited. He should have a space force to stop meteors from hitting us. Um, sounds like they smoked crack and then came up with a name afterwards. So, so this is real. They just did this. This is new, where they gave out ranks and things like that as the 6th branch of our armed forces. So this is new. This wasn't 4 years ago. where they gave out the ranks and everything, where Pence oversaw this ceremony. Was this new? Yes. Oh my God, Ronnie. Hello. Where have you been, honey bunny? Um. So this is new. Really? Then I want to belong, because I want to fly, and apparently you don't really need to have skills out in space. You know how to go and stop. Really. Honestly. I've had, I've had ground school, flight school. Only because I hope they have the Battlestar Galactica uniforms. All kidding aside, we need a Space Force because China is going into space too much and they might be messing with US satellites. I'm good, Liz. How you been? I've been good. I'm not complaining. Been a long time. Told my grandson he could work for NASA and be a Guardian of the Galaxy too. That's the first thing I thought of was the movie. Birdie Sue, hello. Hello, Les. It's been a white Merry Christmas. Yes, it has been. How are you? I am just shocked at this because Pence did seem excited. And my thing is, why are they doing this now? They're leaving in a month. Literally. And I don't know if Biden, and nobody's talked about funding for this thing. I've been here a few times. Last time you didn't see my hello. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ronnie. I'm sorry. Oh. Grapevine says my son loves Groot. Who doesn't love Groot? I want a Groot. um, so nobody's talked about where the funds for this thing is. Some of them don't think they're leaving in a month. Yeah, I know. Especially the top dog. He doesn't think he's leaving. It's okay. Glad to see you're doing well. Well, thank you. I'm glad to see you're still around. So I'm willing to bet one country has a nuclear bomb in one of those satellites that go over us. Well, but you know, if one of our satellites or space station just happens to fall from that height into, like, oh, I don't know, China or Russia, it would do some damage. For real. Something that big crashing, yeah. I think a meteor's bad. This will do the same thing. Except for without, I don't know, it would have heat, wouldn't it? Going through the atmosphere. um so that was kind of surprising, and I'm like, I can just see them now. The first thing I thought of when I was watching this video was Battlestar Galactica, the original, the one that came out in like the 80s. That Battlestar Galactica. Um, really, I thought of that show and their uniforms and their ships and funky Egyptian looking helmets. Um, I'm dead serious. I was like, this cannot be a serious thing happening. This can't be. And yeah, I guess it is. Well, I'll be dip. I used to watch that with my brother every week. Hell yeah, I did too. Buck Rogers? Oh yeah. I watched all of them. I thought about Buck. Yo, I love Twinkie. Buck Rogers. My favorite was Twiggy, little robot. Buck Rogers was the man. Yeah. There says, I suspect this Space Force thing is going to be largely honorary. I hope so, because there was no talk of any funding for it. I don't even know what the hell it's even supposed to be for. Um, you know. But these people were so proud. Like, they have given a new spot. Like, they can leave whatever positions they are in government now and just go there. Their logo looks like the Star Trek V. I noticed that. I noticed that. I noticed that. I'm like, be original, folks. Forever. For real. You know, I have the Star Trek logo in solid silver. Yeah, it looks just like the, um, you know, back in the 60s, you know, you touch your chest. Then Buck had that fine chick kissing his ass. He had it made to a, he had it made to a little kid. I think her name was Erin Gray. I always thought she was cute. Always did. So they couldn't even be original with their insignia. I mean, really, they had to steal from Star Trek. Really, you don't think Star Trek fans are not happy? I mean, you don't think they are happy? Really, you can't. You guys can't be. Because I was like, what the hell? They have to take Star Trek stuff. You know, this ain't no game. This is Star Trek. Don't piss with Star Trek, especially their insignia. Don't mess with Star Trek. Don't. Don't. Don't, government. No. Don't mess with Star Trek stuff. You want to have a fight on your hands. You ain't seen nothing yet. Mm-hmm. You know what's funny, though? Of all the Star Trek and their spin-offs and everything, my favorite is still Star Trek The Next Generation. Um, I liked them all. I really did. I liked them all. But my favorite is still The Next Generation, and of course after the original. Gotta pay homage to the original. Gotta. But even though The Next Generation is my favorite theme song of all the Star Treks is the one for Voyager. It's my favorite. Um, they're probably going to start playing old Star Trek shows until these little kids think it's real. They will believe it. Or maybe the Pontiac symbol. Oh my god. Great, our Space Force insignias after a car. Pontiac at that. Do they even still make Pontiacs? I don't think. You'd think that shit would be trademarked. Deep Space Nine was good. Oh, I liked them all. I liked all of them. But after the original, because there ain't nothing like Spock and Kirk. Sorry, ain't nothing like them. Was Next Generation, but my favorite theme song was to the one for Voyager. My favorite one. I just love that theme song. And of course, it's the only one that has a woman captain. So I think Captain Janeway. But yeah. Trying to listen to see if my granddaughters. I really want to go to bed, and I gotta get my medicine put in its little thingy. Take my shotses. That's gonna be fun. But at least it's already drawn up for me, so I ain't gotta worry about that part. So I'm gonna go ahead and go so I can get this stuff done. Thank God I already did the dishes, so I don't have to do that. Go put my happy ass to bed. Good thing he doesn't know I have cable hooked up in my room. He'd be in there sleeping. Get my Lily, I want to sleep with you. Good night to you and Nina too. I think she's actually out. Usually when I tell her to lay down, because I had to do that last night to her. Thank Nina. Night, Les. Love you, hon. Good chatting with you. Same here, Chicky. Night, Les. Good night, y'all. So I want to thank everyone for coming in, participating. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to try to be on again tomorrow night. I'm going to try. I got OT, PT, and the nurse coming back again tomorrow. So, and then I'm going to have a house full because they're coming over to clean the house. So, yay. So, I will be trying to come on tomorrow night. I will definitely be here Christmas Eve. Be on Christmas Eve and do my midnight reading. So, thank you everyone. Hope everybody has a great night and a great day tomorrow, and we'll talk later.